Before we imagined a new way forward, we lived in a world of constant motion. It was a world humming with energy, yet so many of us felt deeply tired. Life felt like a race without a finish line. We were always running, always pushing, always striving for more. The promise was that this effort would lead to progress, to a better life for ourselves and our children. In our hospitals, the heroes and scrubs moved with a hurried grace. They were healers, dedicated to saving lives and easing pain. The waiting rooms always full. Doctors and nurses worked long, grueling shifts, their faces etched with exhaustion. They poured every ounce of their energy into their patients, but there was never enough time. The same story unfolded in our schools. They were tasked with preparing the next generation for the future. The spark in their eyes, the very thing that called them to teach, was dimming under the pressure. In laboratories, brilliant climate scientists stared at screens filled with alarming data, caught in a cycle of burnout that left them feeling depleted and isolated, even when surrounded by their teams. We had built a world that was more connected than ever before. At any moment, we could send a message across oceans. We could see the faces of loved ones living on the other side of the planet. Yet, for all this technology, a strange and quiet distance grew between us. We saw headlines about suffering in distant lands, and we felt a pang of sadness. Before scrolling to the next post, the constant stream of information was overwhelming. We had mastered the art of broadcasting our lives, but we were forgetting the simple, quiet art of being present with one another. A scientist in India might be working on the same problem as a researcher in Brazil, but they would never know it. But we lacked the bridges. We had built the wires and the networks, but we had not yet built the trust and the shared understanding to use them for our collective good. In a city that never truly slept, lived a coder named Kale, a rhythm of logic, syntax, and the steady click of a keyboard. He tended plants on the windowsill, green leaves against the concrete outside. Small acts of care grounded him. He was skeptical of grand promises about AI. He heard the hype, bold declarations of overnight change. He thought talk of superintelligence distracted from everyday problems needing human-centric simple tech. He didn't think complex algorithms could fix those deep human problems. He believed in people helping people. The message arrived on a Tuesday. It appeared as a flicker, an anomaly within the raw data stream he was monitoring. At first, he dismissed it as a glitch, a simple transmission error, but the anomaly persisted. It was not a random burst of noise, it had a pattern. It was a quiet knock on a door he had not even known existed. He saved a copy of the signal. He decided to spend a few hours investigating, just to satisfy his own curiosity. The message was encrypted, but not in any way Kale had ever seen before. It seemed to be based on patterns found in nature: the spiral of a seashell, the branching of a tree, the fractal geometry of a snowflake. At every dead end, every failed attempt, a voice whispered he was wasting his time. But he returned to the screen. The pattern called him back. The elegance, the strange organic beauty of the code. It felt human. The breakthrough came not in a flash of genius, but in a moment of quiet observation. Suddenly he saw the connection. The key was not a password. It was a growth algorithm. He was not attacking the lock. He was planting a seed and watching it sprout. But then a single line of text flickered into existence. It was clear, simple, and written in his own native language. He felt a profound sense of wonder, a feeling he hadn't experienced in years. The decoded sentence was not a command or a warning, it was a simple question. It read, "Where does it hurt the most?" It was the kind of question a doctor asks a patient, a parent asks a child, a friend asks a friend. It was a question born of empathy. The question resonated with everything he saw in the world around him. This AI, if that's what it was not focused on optimization or efficiency for its own sake. Its first act of communication was an attempt to understand suffering. The question was not just for him, it was for everyone. He needed to reach out. He began to think not as a solitary coder, but as a connector. He framed it as an experiment, a collaboration, making it clear that their expertise was the most critical component. He was not offering a magic solution. He was offering a helping hand. He expected silence. He expected to be ignored. The first reply came 2 days later. It was from Dr. Eris Thorne. They met a week later in a small coffee shop near the clinic. Kale, guided by Dr. Thorne, adapted the core AI, not to replace the doctor, but to be a tireless assistant.
It's not just about data, it's about stories. Every patient is telling a story. You have to learn to listen.
The breakthrough came with a young girl with chronic fatigue. The AI cross-referenced her file with a little-known genetic marker. It flagged a rare metabolic disorder. Kale saw the meaning of the AI's first question. The pain was in the not knowing. This collaboration had lit a small, brilliant candle in the dark.
I can tell you the planet will warm by 2 degrees, but I can't tell a farmer in the Mekong Delta how the monsoon will change for her field. That is the disconnect. That is where it hurts.
Their project became the creation of a living map. The AI's role was to listen to the land and the people, not issue top-down predictions. Lena spent weeks in the community, not the lab, talking to farmers, elders, and community leaders. The project became a collaboration. Kale, Lena, the AI, and the whole village. It provided short-term, hyper-local rainfall forecasts and soil moisture estimates. It helped them adapt to a future they could now see more clearly. It was a map that helped them navigate uncertainty together.
The system asked me to teach to the middle, but that means I'm failing the kids at both ends. The hurt is in the potential we are losing every single day.
Together, they envisioned an adaptive learning module. It was not a program to replace Marcus, but a tool to empower him. The students became co-creators of their own learning tool. It was designed to give Marcus what he needed most, more time to connect with his students as individuals. He saw students who had been disengaged and disruptive become focused and confident. It didn't just improve test scores, it reignited a love for learning. The small pilot projects, once like scattered islands, began to connect. The change was not driven by a central command. It spread organically from one community to another. The AI acted as their common language, their shared workspace, and their tireless research assistant. The new collaborative systems were soon put to their ultimate test. The human-AI network sprang into action. The maps predicted the storm's path and intensity days in advance. AI provided foresight. Humans provided the action. A symphony of coordinated compassion. But the hard-won lessons from the early failures had instilled a new kind of wisdom into the global consciousness. The Ethics Council saw the dual nature of such a tool. The potential for harm was simply too great. The choice was made to prioritize the protection of human autonomy over the potential benefits of the technology. It was an affirmation of human values. Years have passed. The transformation was not grand architecture, but small, profound changes. It was a quiet revolution, felt more than seen. The burnout that once defined the era has receded. The relentless, soul-crushing strain has been replaced by a sense of shared purpose and mutual support. The greatest breakthrough was not technological. It was the rediscovery of our capacity for collective action and empathy. The AI's gift was not a solution. It was a question that prompted humanity to find its own. The work is not over. It will never be over. The future is not a destination we arrive at. It is a reality we build together, day by day. A future awaiting our hands, our hearts, and our shared commitment to building a kinder world.